Welcome along to the IBSA World Games men's blind football Group B match between England and Germany. The host nation taking on Germany in the shadow of the red brick University of Birmingham. We're on campus on the 3G pitch with a decent crowd in to watch these two nations go head to head. Here come the players. Great ovation from the supporters. Lots of neutrals in, but lots of St George's flags in the stand on the far side as the players are led out to the centre circle, and the volunteers carrying the flags of England and of Germany. Some German supporters in as well. Great to see and hear the colours, the noise in this big game. The opening match in the group for both of these sides. First game in Group B. First things first, it's time for the national anthems.
The national anthem of England. God save our gracious King, long live our noble King. God save our King. Send him victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save our King.
Please remain standing if you are able for the national anthem of Germany.
Eine Zeit und Recht und Freiheit für das deutsche Vaterland. Danach lasst uns alle streben, brüderlich mit Herz und Hand. Einigkeit, Recht und Freiheit sind des Glückes Unterpfand. Blühenglanze dieses Glückes, blühe deutsches Vaterland. Blühenglanze dieses Glückes, blühe deutsches Vaterland.
The national anthems of England and Germany. As Senior Technical Performance Manager James Watkins at the FA says, for the men's blinds team, the World Games represents the squad's final qualification opportunity for the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. So a lot of pressure on the host nation to try and secure their place at the Paralympics next year. Let's go through the two teams, starting with the hosts England. Number 1 is Dylan Malpass in goal. Number 5, making his 127th appearance in an England shirt, Daniel English. Number 3 is captain Owen Bainbridge, who picked up his first cap against these opponents way back in 2010. Brandon Coleman wears number 7. Roy Turnham has number 9. So goalkeeper is Sam Marsden. Number 4 is Azim Amir. Number 8, F.A. Shimwell. And number 10 is Issa Amjid. Coached by Adam Bendel. The guide is Lewis Skyers. That's the England lineup for today. In the bright sunshine here in the West Midlands, facing Germany, who have in goal number 1 Sebastian Thiemel. Number 6 is their captain Hassan Eitenbash. Number 5 is Rasmus Narius. Number 7, Tami Kutik. Number 2 is Jonathan Tenzing. On the subs bench they have goalkeeper number 12 Niels Hemmenstedt. Number 3 is Jonas Furman. Number 9 Alikan Pektash. Number 10 is Alexander Fangman. And number 13 Emilio Eichler. The coach is Martin Mania. Their guide is Jonas David. The man sat alongside me played for England as a goalkeeper. His name's Dixie Dean, and he's got the new hip to prove it. He played many a game. And Dixie, the host nation, in action in terms of the men's team for the first time. We've seen the women. 1 defeat, 1 draw. A draw earlier on today against Morocco. As you can see on your screen there, we've seen Japan's women beat Sweden. England held to a draw by Morocco. And then in the men's tournament in Group A, a couple of matches, both draws. Japan against Italy, and most recently Thailand against Turkey. 2 matches to round off the day 2 fixtures. England against Germany before Argentina against China. Dixie Dean, can the host nation rise to the occasion? There's lots of supporters here hoping they will. And as I mentioned, there's a lot on the line with Paralympic qualification. Well, the 3 places up for grabs from this tournament.
Yeah, it certainly is, Rob. I fully expect the England boys to rise to the occasion, playing on their home soil with a good crowd behind them. The only thing that might be a doubt is if the occasion overrules them, but I know Adam well, and he will have got them grounded in and nice and calm before the game started. They don't need to score in the first 5 minutes. If we don't score, it can be in the last couple of minutes. So they'll be nice and patient. But saying that, Germany a good side. They've had a few injury problems, but it looks like the players have recovered from their injuries they've had in the last couple of months. So I think they're pretty much at full strength. The England team is very much at full strength. They've got the strongest squad that they could possibly have. So no excuses. They get on the pitch and they play.
England flag being carried off by the volunteers. As I mentioned, 5 nations have already qualified, so just 3 places up for grabs, and England have set themselves a target to medal within the Paris 2024 Paralympics, so there's a bit of pressure, a bit of expectation on these players. But there's a nice blend of youth and experience in the starting 5, and also on the bench, a couple of teenagers, F.A. Shimwell and Issa Amjad, as the players get their last instructions on this near sideboard. Using the 3G pitch here at the University of Birmingham, Hornbrook campus. Approaching 4:30 GMT. And it's been a sunny, if cloudy day here in the West Midlands, and those conditions have continued. Just a gentle breeze pushing around the ground. The first referee is Tom De Bruyne, and the second referee on field is Lucio Morgad. England are in their home strip, the Para-Lions as they're referred to, with the 3 lines on their chest, and the white shirts with blue trim, blue numbers and names on the back of their shirts. Navy blue shorts, white socks with blue trim. Germany in their change strip of all black with white trim. Captain Owen Bainbridge, big Sunderland fan, out to get this game underway. England are going to kick from right to left in this first half. So England, Germany, Argentina, China making up Group B. These IBSA World Games, the men's blind football competition. All 4 teams in Group A have a point to their name. This is the opening match in Group B, and it's a cracker. England against Germany. Referees seem content. They've done their final checks. We're going to get underway on time. Owen Bainbridge just behind Roy Turnham. And it's Turnham who has possession. Left-footed, clips the ball to the near sideboard. Daniel English, vastly experienced player, tries to make something of this down the left-hand side. Skews out of play and behind for a German restart. Bowled out by Thiemel. Intercepted by Bainbridge. Central position inside the defensive third. Approaches the halfway line now. Checks back. Takes his time. Steers the ball to the far sideboard. It rebounds. Comes in field and Brandon Coleman loses his, not his eye mask, but something that's on his head, which is still on the floor, but play is allowed to continue.
Yeah, it's a head guard. There's no problem playing on without that.
There's Bainbridge inside the middle third, but he's challenged, and away comes Narius for Germany. Narius picks out Kutig. It's overrun slightly on this near sideboard now with English. English tussling for the ball with Kutig and goes out for a German corner. First opportunity of the game for the Germans as the referee gives the head protector back to Brandon Coleman. Similar to the one that Raul Jimenez wore for Wolves. Cushioning round the side of the skull. As Germany prepare for this corner now. Hassan Aitenbash scooped ball across the edge of the penalty area. Away comes Roy Turnham with the ball up to the halfway line. His path is blocked by Narius. Narius holds up the ball down the left wing and it's stabbed into touch by Coleman. And it's a German corner, second in these opening stages. We just played a little over 90 seconds of the first half. It's 0-0. Germany kicking from left to right in this first half here in Birmingham. Hassan Aitenbash is there with this corner. He allows Tenzing to take the ball. Jonathan Tenzing cuts back, shoots, left-footed over the bar. For the Malpass, a little jump up and a right arm extended, but that was all he's sailing over. But a bright start from the Germans. Coached by Martin Mania. England, what can they do with Brandon Coleman down the right wing on the far side next to the sideboard. It's rolled along the board and Narius is up against Bainbridge. Bainbridge just flicks it back elegantly to Coleman. Coleman is challenged there by Narius, a tall German number 5. He gets into the box and it's a good save at his near post there by Dylan Malpass. Rasmus Narius, he must be around 6'5", 6'6", very tall and hard to stop. And it was necessary for Dylan Malpass, as we see the replay there, just managed to get his foot around it, and Malpass down to his left, parried it around the post, and it's another corner for the Germans.
Yeah, great start from the German lads. They started on the front foot. I'm sure England will grow into the game, but good start.
Kutig, number 7, cuts in. His lime green boots on, but he's challenged by Bainbridge, the England skipper, who feeds it back to Malpass. The goalkeeper knocks it down the far side. Coleman tries to latch onto it. Cut out by Tenzing. He goes to ground. Coleman nips back at him. Here's Brandon Coleman with his back to goal. He's being impeded there. and wins a free kick for his side.
Yeah, the German lad had two hands around Brandon's waist, and it was clearly a stopping him move. So the referees gave him the first foul of the game to England. So yep, it's all good. Just halfway through into the German half there. So
yeah, still in the middle third of the pitch. A shade to the far side, and here come England through Roy Turnham. Down the right wing, stabs it across goal, and it goes right across the face and out for a German ball. So the first foul of the game. Germany leading on that count. But 0-0 is the score. Played 3 minutes. Bainbridge will shepherd the ball out after Germany knocked it long. Out for an England restart. Dylan Malpass just tries to calm everything down. And then two-handed, underarms it to Roy Turnham, who's close to the near sideboard, and he switches it over to the far side. As England build patiently through Bainbridge. Bainbridge switches it back. Slightly behind Turnham to retreat slightly and now dribble to that far side. And now he really puts the afterburners on and sprints down the right wing. This is a great run. What a run! And then, just as it looked like he was about to let fly, Roy Turnham was slightly impeded, and it means that he's won a corner for his side, but very nearly a spectacular opening goal.
yeah, a great run by Roy, full of pace, good close control, and he was just about to let fire, and a German player's come across him and just give him a little tap and screwed the ball onto the German's foot, and it's gone out for a corner.
Good change of pace there from Roy Turnham. Outstretched foot of Eitenbash, preventing him from scoring, but not preventing a corner. 0-0 here in Birmingham. Host nation in action for the first time in the men's competition. The women we saw earlier drawing 0-0 with Morocco. Turnham tries to get into the penalty area from this corner. His path is blocked. Narius, number 5 for Germany, goes back. I think he was looking for his goalkeeper, and actually that's good communication. Eitenbash intercepted it, but then rolled it back to Thiemel. And Thiemel, the goalkeeper, all in red, can knock it long down the far side. Coleman is there. Coleman's under pressure, but does well for England. Gets out of the defensive third, and there's a shirt pull. Jonathan Tenzing on Coleman, and a second foul against Germany.
Yeah, good spot from the referee there. There's only a little one round the back, but difficult to spot. The referee's picked it up, and it was definitely impeding Brandon there.
Bainbridge with the red captain's armband on his left sleeve. He's there with Roy Turnham to take this free kick just inside the defensive third for England. It's with Turnham, who rolls it down the right flank, but it's out of play. Was looking for the feet of Brandon Coleman. As Germany tried to launch an attack of their own, it's all the way through, and there's Dylan Malpass just able to wait and get the ball and collect it inside his box under pressure from Kuttig. Danger averted there for England, as it's a nice switch of play from English over to the far side, and Coleman for England gets it back across to English. English, great first touch. Cuts inside, tries to shoot, just loses his balance. Still, the ball is alive. Now it's back with the keeper, and Timor will knock it down the far flank. Good play by Bainbridge, steps in. England have come back well after Germany's bright start. Bainbridge inside the centre circle, almost dead centre of the pitch. Drags it back, then scoops it down the left flank, where Daniel English controls. English goes across the penalty area looking for Brandon Coleman there with that pass. Coleman eased against that sideboard on the far side, and can only roll it to a German player, Narius, in the all-black. Martin Mania's side coming forward, and it's Kuttig who shoots across goal and wide from just inside the D. And there's a referee timeout here. But very, very decent first 5 or 6 minutes. 0-0 the score. What are your early impressions?
Yeah, the first couple of minutes it was all Germany, but the England team have steadied themselves and come into the game now, and it's looking quite bright. Roy Turnham on the ball now is he dribbles so well. He little mazy little runs he does, so it's really good at the moment.
A diagonal ball to the far corner of the pitch, away to our left-hand side. It's Brandon Coleman wins a throw for his. Wins a corner for his team, I should say. Turnham's going to go across and join Brandon Coleman. Coleman was the top scorer in the last competition in Madrid 2018, last World Championships. Turnham on the far side, the number 9 for England. Runs back, then a little back heel. Ball across goal is knocked out of play by Kutig for another corner kick to England. It's going to be a sub by Germany here. Martin Mania shuffling the pack. Tammy Kutig comes off, and on in his place comes number 10, Alexander Fangman. Three players in the German wall for this corner that Roy Turnham takes. Finds his path to the penalty area, blocked by the towering figure of Narius. Turnham has to turn back, and now it's Brandon Coleman under significant pressure on this near sideboard, but he managed to offload it well to Roy Turnham, back into the centre circle to get his bearings. Now he darts down the left, tries to weave in between two black shirts, just loses his footing. The ball breaks loose and breaks kindly to Daniel English down the right side of the midfield. He's into the final third now, but he's tackled by Narius. Back comes English. He's just shepherded off the ball. Germany have three players back, and it's scooped away by Narius to this near sideboard in front of the England coaching staff and the substitutes waiting patiently as England start again with Dylan Malpass, the goalkeeper, in the all yellow. Down the right of the midfield, the pass goes towards Daniel English. He's hoping to win a corner for his side. He just leans into the German defender. And Itenbash does concede the corner. 0-0. Midway through the first half, England against Germany. The men's blind football competition. Germany lost to England at the Euros last year in the fourth place playoff, so England finishing third in that competition in Italy. Germany finishing fourth. Let's see what today brings. Adam Bendel will be happy with what he's been watching so far. The corner looks like it's going to come to nothing. England forced to come over to this near sideboard, and there's a bit of a collision between Coleman and Fangman, and there's a sub, and Fangman just stretches his back out on the sideboard after going to ground. The referee gives the decision Germany's way. So, foul for that push. First one that England have committed in this game. Germany have called a timeout. They're allowed one per half. So we're pretty much bang on halfway through the first half. Dixie Dean is alongside me, Rob Scanlon. Let's take a look at some of the highlights of what we've seen thus far. Germany definitely started on the front foot. Tensing with a shot over the bar. Dylan Malpass not fully extended on this occasion. But decent effort by Tenzing. England aware of the danger that Germany pose. On the other end, Roy Turnham has looked probably the biggest threat, Dixie, would you say, for hosts?
It's Roy's dribbling. Teams don't like being run at, and Roy's so good at it, and he's got a low centre of gravity, and he can turn left and right, and he's got good balance, and that's what unsettles these teams. They as I say, they don't like being run at like that at all, because Roy can do it with pace as well, and he's got an end product as well. So at the moment, it's fairly even. As I say, the first couple of minutes definitely Germany. But since then, England have grown into the game, and it's sort of 50-50, could go either way.
So a free kick to Germany following their timeout. That's they're going to take from close to the near sideboard. It'll be run in field by Rasmus Narius, the number 5. Turns away from trouble, and Daniel English trying to engage him. And it's with Germany, and a shot comes in, and it's saved by Malpass. Fangman shooting with his instep, trying to find the left corner of Malpass's goal, but comfortable save for this very accomplished goalkeeper that England have. Roy Turnham darts down the left-hand side, but is blocked by Narius, and then I think might be a volley infringement there.
Yeah, Dan didn't get his boy in earlier. I think there was a volley, but it was a bit late, and the German players just went straight into him. So that's a free kick to Germany, and I think we're 2-1 on the fouls now.
Indeed. Referee indicates to the officials' desk that that's foul against England. So 2 fouls apiece, and the score level as well, 0-0. With just under 7 minutes remaining, England preparing a sub. F.A. Shimwell plays his club football for Brighton, getting ready to come on. Germany attack down their left, the far side of the picture. England just about break it up, thanks to Brandon Coleman. Coleman, though, still trapped inside his defensive third. As the whistle goes, free kick England's way. Shirt pull on Coleman. So here comes the change then. F.A. Shimwell, who's recently done his A-levels, and you were saying, Dixie, off to a very prestigious university very soon, but before all that, he's got the small matter of a World Championship.
Yes, I can't quite recall if it's Oxford or Cambridge, but it's one of those two esteemed places of learning, and he's a very bright boy, F.A., and I think he's only been playing the game for about 2.5 years, but he's a good listener, and he always wants to learn. He sort of... his brain is like a sponge. He wants to know at the end of the game what he can do better, and he's always the same. He's so willing to learn. So he's certainly a good hope for England.
He's come on for Daniel English, and he's immediately occupied a sort of right wing position over on the far side of the field, as England are prepared to take this free kick from deep. Cambridge and Turnham over the ball, and it's Roy Turnham who moves from the far side to the near side, just treads on the ball, but is under no pressure from any German players, so he takes his time. just inside the middle third. He scoops a ball away and forward towards Shimwell. Shimwell, try as he might, can't latch onto it, so it's through and out for Timor to now bowl out for Germany. Down the right hand side they go with Tenzing. He's into the penalty area, back to goal. The ball breaks kindly for Germany here. That was an important tackle there by Roy Turnham, just as Alexander Fangman was lining up a shot, but Fangman on his left foot towards the edge of the D. England snapping at his heels. Fangman forced wide by Turnham. He's still got possession on that far sideboard now. The sun beating down here in Birmingham. The ball stationary for a good while there, and I think the decision has gone against England there.
Yeah, the ball could only be stationary for 4 seconds, so it looked to me like Owen had put his foot on the ball and was leaning into the player, and I'm sure the referee would have been counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's held the ball for too long. It's got to move. The only way the players can locate the ball is if the ball moves. It doesn't make any sound if the ball's still.
So free kick, foul given. Germany have Fangman in attendance for this one, along with Narius. Close to where a corner would be taken on that far side. As the German guide Jonas David indicates where the goal is. Fangman leaves it for Narius. Narius is challenged as he cut in field. England can break here with Brandon Coleman, does well, and just loses track of the ball as he approached the German third. Narius can run it clear down the left-hand side. Narius getting towards the penalty area now, got 3 white shirts for company. And Narius manages to get a stab at the ball, and it just broke clear, but it's saved by Dylan Malpass, who throws it out quickly for Coleman. Down the right flank for England. 0-0 it remains against Germany. Men's Blind World Championship competition. It's with the Germans in the centre circle. Fangman is looking dangerous there and still has the ball, getting into the England third now. It's tapped away to the number 2, Jonathan Tenzing. But away come England with Shimwell, the sub. He's lost his...
Yeah, his shades have come off.
So referee timeout. As F.A. Shimwell puts the shades back on, along with the head protector. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Goalless in Birmingham. Germany readying a sub. Alexander Fangman is making his way off the field. Back on comes Tammy Kutig. So Germany back to the same team that started this encounter. Drop ball, which they take up with Narius in the middle third. Sprays it to the right hand side. And Tenzing. He's got 2 England players around him. Shields the ball back into the middle third. There's Shimwell trying his best to retrieve possession. The ball's loose, just on the line between the England defensive third and the middle section. It's deeper now in German territory as the 2 number 7s battle it out for possession on the far side. Brandon Coleman and Tammy Kutig. Not much goalmouth action in these last few minutes. And the ball is stationary at the moment, resting by this far sideboard. It's now rolled across the German goal. Eitenbash, the captain, I should say, knocks it long. Roy Turnham really focused on where that ball was going to roll to, manages to collect possession, runs it up to the halfway line before he's challenged, and it's Kutig who wins possession back. Turnham goes back to him though, and here comes Roy Turnham. Oh, if he'd just got away from Narius there, he might have been bearing down on the penalty area as it is. And it's Kutig, the number 7 for Germany, in a sort of left back position. Line boots, he runs down the left hand side, decent run away from Bainbridge, shoots, and it's a point blank save there from Dylan Malpass. Powerful drive went in from Tammy Kutig, and Germany go close. Brandon Coleman for England, the far side of the pitch by the sideboard. Rolls it back to his captain Bainbridge. Rolls it across field to Turnham. From left back, Turnham puts his foot on the ball, scoops a diagonal pass across, and it's collected by Coleman. Brandon Coleman has got Kutig for company. Being pressed up against the sideboard. Coleman has his foot on the ball and then rolls inside and is upended. Play goes on. The ball's loose, 8 metres out. It's tapped forward by F.A. Shimwell. And a German defender gets back and concedes a corner.
Yeah, it's all got a little bit scrappy this last couple of minutes. I think we got a timeout by England, yeah, but it's going to be a corner to England when we start. Both sides trying to stamp their authority on the game, but
Germany had the best opportunity of the last few minutes or so. Tammy Kutig, the number 7, darting in from the far side and unleashing a powerful shot that Dylan Malpass had to save, parried away. It was pretty much straight at him, but as I say, definitely needed saving, otherwise that was going down the middle of the goal.
yeah, good save by Dylan, but yeah, it was pretty straightforward for him, to be honest. It was straight at him, and it was good to see how quickly the England team recovered, because he parried the ball out, and I think it was Owen picked it up, played the ball back into Dylan, who then unleashed Brandon down the right hand side. So it was good. Well done.
Players enjoy a drink during this England timeout. About set to resume as Germany make a change. On comes Jonas Furman. So Germany changed things up. With a little under 2 minutes left in this first half. 0-0 the scoreline. These IBSA World Games taking place in Birmingham in the UK for the first time in this competition. First time there's been a proper athletes village as well for all the players to mix and get to know each other. Referee's whistle goes. It's a free kick to Germany. It's the third foul of the half by England.
Yeah, it was fair enough. Roy was obstructing, and the German player was trying to get to the ball, and Roy was leaning in. That's Roy Turnham was leaning into him, obstructing in the German making any progress. So fair enough. It was good spot by the ref, and the right decision.
Just inside Germany's half, they have this free kick. Then Rasmus Narius runs down the left flank, cutting across the pitch, and then rolls it back. Here Can Germany engineer here through Kuttig? Kuttig into the penalty area, chance of a goal here, but misses his kick. He was so close there to Dylan Malpass. Still Kuttig with the ball, but he's now being forced way back to his goalkeeper, who he passes to in a very calm fashion. It's Jonas Furman, who's recently come on for Jonathan Tenzing for Germany. And here is Furman, the number 3, breaking in from the right-hand side, tries to get into the penalty area, overruns it slightly. Turnham's there to see the ball out of play. It's a German corner. Less than 40 seconds remaining in the first half. 0-0 it remains. Jonas Furman, the ponytail, blonde ponytail, is next to Hassan Aitenbash, his captain. Left for Furman. Furman checks back. Tight angle. He's got 4 white shirts ahead of him. Goes back into the middle third and then darts back down the right wing. Cuts in field. Great run. He has a sliding effort with his left foot but misses. So the ball runs loose and is picked up by Bainbridge. Diagonal ball to the near sideboard. Fangman has retreated but can't pick up possession. It's with Shimwell. Shimwell, tall figure, shadowed by the other very tall man on the pitch, Narius. Shimwell does well, gets it across to Coleman on the far side. And although Coleman finds the net, the klaxon had already gone for half-time. England 0, Germany 0. Chances at both ends, but no goals so far, Dixie Dean.
No goals, but evenly matched teams and making an entertaining game. As I say, we could do with the goals. We've drawn a blank in the last game as well. So
the highlights of the first half that we've seen: the shot rifled over the bar from Kuttig, not troubling Dylan Malpass in the England goal. But then Rasmus Narius did force a save from the England number 1. Managed to hurdle a couple of challenges and squeeze a shot away at the near post. At the other end, Roy Turnham with a really fast weaving run that got him very close to goal, and just as he was about to shoot, in came the challenge and denied him. It was a very good last-ditch tackle from the captain, Aitenbash. Germany probably had the better of things. This effort from Tammy Kuttig, forcing another save from Dylan Malpass. The number 7's probably been the liveliest player for Germany, and someone that England will have to marshal well in the second half. We're going to have a break here, but time to take a check, a refresh on the rules as we leave you with the scoreline of England 0, Germany 0 at half-time here in Birmingham.
It's fast, technical and tense. This is your guide to five-a-side football. There are 5 players per team, 4 outfield players and a goalkeeper. The aim of the sport is to score a goal by kicking the ball into your opponent's goal, and at the end of the game, whoever scored the most wins. Players must wear eye shades to ensure that all players have the same level of vision. That is apart from the goalkeepers, who aren't required to wear eye shades and can be fully sighted. Their job is to keep the ball from going in the goal behind them. But how do the players on the field know where the ball, or indeed the goal, is? Well, the ball in blind football is specially designed to make sound whenever it moves. Also, each team has a guide behind the opposition goal to help direct them. Each player is required to shout "Voy" when going for the ball. This ensures every player has the cues they need to help build a picture of what's going on and what to do next in defence or attack. To help this, total silence is required from the crowd until a goal goes in. Voy is Spanish for go, and it was the Spanish who were credited with originally developing blind football in the 1920s. As well as the Paralympics, teams from all corners of the world can compete at World, European, Asian, African and America's Championships, as well as a World Grand Prix.
Blind football can be played by both men and women, with the historic first Women's World Championships coming up in 2023.
So what are you waiting for? Give it a try.
IBSA, International Blind Sports Federation, presents, with the support of the International Paralympic Committee, IBSA Anti-Doping App, the first application of its kind in the Paralympic movement, specifically designed for blind and visually impaired people. Athletes, coaches, medical staff, managers, and the public in general now have a powerful tool to stay focused on the principles of clean sport. Scrolling down the main menu, you can find all the important themes you need to know to play fair and be alert to testing procedures and necessary adaptations for athletes with visual impairments. IBSA gives top priority to anti-doping control, being the only international federation with 3 sports in the Paralympic family: goalball, football, and judo. IBSA anti-doping app has external links, namely to WADA, where our sport agents can always find the most updated information, especially the list of prohibited substances and methods. Glory in sport can only be achieved by the athlete's awareness of their rights and responsibilities. You can find them on the IBSA anti-doping app. IBSA is continuously promoting anti-doping education to all its affiliate athletes and sport agents, not only about the consequences of the use of doping and the risk of using supplements. IBSA believes that education is the major tool to fight doping in sport. Informed athletes can make better decisions. Download the app now at the usual operating system stores.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have seen history being made today.
Such a great team at these championships.
IBSA. Beyond sight. Feel the sport.
Welcome back to a sun-drenched Birmingham. The University of Birmingham campus, the stage for this IBSA World Games blind football tournament. We've seen 6 matches in the women's tournament so far across the first couple of days, and a couple in the men's as well. This is the opening game of Group B. England taking on Germany, 0-0 at half-time. Dixie Dean alongside me, Rob Scanlon. So goalless at the interval. Germany in the all-black kit with the white trim are going to kick from right to left in this second half. England in their home strip of predominantly white shirts with the navy and sky blue trim. Blue numbers and names on the back of their shirts, 3 lines on their chest. Blue shorts and white socks for the host nation, backed by a pretty decent home support. They've made a change at the interval, England. IBSA Amjad, who plays his club football for West Brom, not too far away from here in the east side of Birmingham. So IBSA Amjad is on. They've got Owen Bainbridge, David English, and IBSA Amjad lining up, along with number 9 Roy Turnham. So Brandon Coleman has made way at half-time as Germany starts manoeuvring down the left-hand side. A little scoop ball into the danger zone, but scooped up by Dylan Malpass. So Dylan Malpass is in goal. They've got Daniel English, number 5, Owen Bainbridge, captain, number 3, Roy Turnham, number 9. IBSA Amjad is wearing number 10. Subs bench of Brandon Coleman, Sam Marsden, the sub-keeper, Azim Amir and F.A. Shimwell. Germany starting the second half as they started the game. So number 1 is Sebastian Thiemel in goal. Captain is number 6, Hassan Aitenbash. Number 5, Rasmus Narius. Number 7 is Tammy Kutig. Number 2, Jonathan Tenzing. Subs bench, sub-goalkeeper Niels Hemmenstedt. Number 3 is Jonas Furman. Number 9, Alikan Pektash. Number 10, Alexander Fangman. And number 13, Emilio Eichler. They're coached by Martin Mania. Their guide, Jonas David. England led by Adam Bendel, the coach, and their guide is Lewis Skyers. And they've got a corner to defend here, away to the left-hand side of your picture, on the near side that Germany are going to take, and they're going to scoop into the penalty area where Roy Turnham is, but he can't latch onto it, and there's the opening goal, and it's scored by Tammy Kutig for Germany, low to the right-hand side of Dylan Malpass. It was a clever corner, scooped into the penalty area. It evaded Roy Turnham. Kutig was there. He lashed it home. It's England 0, Germany 1, and the host nation have it all to do.
Yeah, it was a great finish by the young German lad. He's got it under control, and he's absolutely leathered it in across Dylan Malpass into the bottom corner. I don't think Dylan stood a chance on that one. It was a great finish by him. But saying that, it was a bit of a needless corner to give away. It was a bit of confusion by the 2 English defenders who gave the original corner. So, yeah, here we go.
And she squeezed through the legs of Dylan Malpass and nestled in the bottom corner. So Tammy Kutig opens the scoring early in the second half. England 0, Germany 1. We'll wait the restart. As Captain Aitenbash is having his shoelaces tied up. England kicking from left to right, remember, in this second half. Here's Daniel English, the number 5 for the Para Lions. Diagonal ball, looking for IBSA Amjad, who's hugging the near sideboard. Can't keep it in play. Germany restart. Bowl it along the left flank. But all the way it goes out to Dylan Malpass with the underarm throw along the far sideboard. Turn from Daniel English, but can't get away. And Kutig, the goal scorer, runs into Turnham. right on halfway, on that far side. Turnham rolls it back with the sole of his shoe to Daniel English, who again goes for a diagonal ball that is asking Isa Amjad to chase, but he's asking too much of him.
Yeah, there's not enough angle on the ball from Dan there, really.
Amjad does well though, charges down the clearance from Eitenbash. Amjad on as a sub, still harrying and trying to get the ball off Eitenbash, who does clear his lines across the halfway line, where it's picked up by Bainbridge, England's skipper, into the centre circle. Nice side-footed pass to the far side, and English will do well to keep it in. He does, a little tip away, straight to Amjad on the right wing. Amjad runs out of turf there and can't keep it in, as he tried to cut the ball back from the byline. I think it was a cross from English, but it was parried away by Thiemel, as Germany launch a scooped pass forward, diagonally over to the far side, as Kuttig, the goal scorer, can't quite keep it in. And England get things moving quickly. Throw from Malpass to English, switches the play to the near side, and Amjad. Isa Amjad. Two black shirts for company, and can't get away from the figure of Narius, who runs down the left-hand side, the long, rangy German. Still with Narius. Under pressure from Turnham on the near sideboard, and the referee's whistle goes, and it's England's ball. Germany lead by a goal to nil. We played 3.5 minutes of the second half, and they'll have to come from behind if they're to get anything from their opening group game. Roy Turnham, diagonal attempted ball again, looking for the outlet of Amjad, but it doesn't reach him, and it's intercepted by Tenzing. Breaks over the halfway line down the left-hand side, shows a good turn of pace, challenged by Bainbridge, and out it goes for an England ball. It's a Germany timeout. Germany lead by a goal to nil. Tammy Kuttig with the opening goal. You were saying, Dixie, it was the concession of the corner actually that will probably frustrate England the most.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was Roy and Owen got tangled up together and gave a needless corner away, and that's presented Germany with an opportunity to score, which they took with great delight.
A scooped corner into the penalty area, just evaded the attentions of Roy Turnham. There was Kuttig waiting, and he pounced and scored between the legs of Dylan Malpass in the England goal from about 3 or 4 metres out.
Yeah, it was very close to Dylan. Yeah, I can apportion no blame on him at all. As I say, they just need, the two lads at the back who gave a corner away, just needed a bit of communication, that was all. You know, so I've got it, I'll sort it out, but that wasn't to be, so they've got to come from behind now.
Malpass bowls the ball out to the far side. Here's Roy Turnham making quick progress down the England left. He overruns it, and it's out for a German ball. Under a bit of pressure there as he tried to execute a shot. Sebastian Thiemel, the number 1 for Germany in the all-red keeper kit, reaches halfway with this throw. Kuttig, light green boots on, under pressure from the silver-haired Turnham. Germany roll it forward over halfway. The ball's loose in the left-back position for England. It's swept up by Bainbridge. He describes himself as a massive Sunderland fan. Here's Daniel English. Now turn down the left-hand side. It deflected into the penalty area and out for a German ball. Taken quickly by Thiemel. Kuttig down the right wing. Under a bit of pressure, do well to keep this in, and he can't quite do so. So it's a restart for England. Thrown by Malpass into the path of Daniel English. Goes wide towards the far side. And in the end, he's been penalised for a little shirt tug, I think, there on Rasmus Narius as he tried to win back possession. And it's going to be a German free kick. So we played just over 5 minutes. It's Germany who lead. Tammy Kuttig's second half goal separating the sides at the moment here in Birmingham. Germany readying a change here. Number 10, Alexander Fangman, set to come on. England also withdrawing their number 10, Issa Amjad, who was on at half time, being replaced by fellow teenager F.A. Shimwell. So Shimwell on, and on comes Fangman, as I mentioned, for Germany. Takes the place of the goal scorer Tammy Kuttig. The wind just picks up a little bit here. A few grey clouds overhead, but no threat of rain. It's been a nice, pleasant day to get this tournament underway. England with work to do. Hassan Attenbosch, the German captain, restarts with this free kick. Now it's with Narius, who plays it back, rolls it into the path of his goalkeeper, Thiemel, who knocks it diagonally to the far side. And along goes Fangman, skirting along the sideboard. He has Turnham for company. Turnham does really well. Roy Turnham then for England, up to halfway. He's back to goal. Tries to roll it across to the near side. It evades a German player. English can't collect cleanly, and it's run clear by Germany. Tenzing loses the ball. Here's Shimwell. Into the German third now. Shimwell, can he shoot? Left-footed. He's just getting into the box. There were two German players went to ground and managed to snuff the ball away. Germany are able to just clear their lines, albeit temporarily, as English goes to ground and wins a free kick for his side. But I just thought F.A. Shimwell nearly managed to find a path to goal.
Yeah, there was a little bit of opening, and F.A. went into that little gap. Then all of a sudden it just closed in on him, and there was no way through for him. Good defending by the Germans, and good play by the young F.A. as well. So good play all round. But it's a free kick now, probably 15 metres out, wide on the boards to England, and we see what we can do with this with Roy and Dan English over the ball.
English and the Merseyside captain Roy Turnham over the ball at the moment. One foul apiece in this half now. It's right by the near sideboard though, only a metre or two into the German defensive third. Germany have all their four outfield players back behind the ball. Referee's whistle goes. English tries the cross-come shot there that lacks any real threat. So it's England who have to start again through Bainbridge on halfway. Scooped ball into the penalty area, bounces all the way through to Thiemel. And Thiemel, the German stopper, can offload down the far side as Turnham picks up the loose ball and then clatters into a German player in Narius. And Narius, I don't think, said void before engaging him, so it's a free kick against Germany, with Narius the guilty party on that occasion.
Yeah, just outside the attacking third. Roy got well and truly clattered there, but he's back up on his feet and he's ready to go again.
Bainbridge and Roy Turnham over the ball. Turnham picks up possession and loses his eye mask there as he runs infield and gets challenged. Back with English down the right side. This is a great run. Oh, and he just treads on the ball as he was approaching the penalty area. And Germany can come away with it down their left-hand side, the near touchline. As the whistle goes, it's a free kick Germany's way. Infringement on Tenzing there. Germany readying a sub. We'll see Alican Paktaj for the first time today. Kind of waiting this free kick to be taken. Rasmus Narius gives the ball to referee Lucio Morgard. So here comes that change. Jonathan Tenzing coming off. Gets a warm ovation. On comes Alican Paktaj. Germany have this free kick. It's in the middle third of the pitch, but it's close to the near sideboard, and it's still inside Germany's half. F.A. Shimwell has been left up front in case the move breaks down. As Narius has the ball in the centre circle, pops it to the near sideboard, and in steps Paktaj, who goes for goal and is not too far wide of Malpass's right post. Malpass to English. English into the penalty area. English, and misses his kick as he tries to shoot a goal. Timo mops up. Fangman for Germany. Rolls it into the centre circle where it's cut out by English once more. Looking ahead for Shimwell, but he can't find him. As Germany knock it long, it's going to roll all the way through to Dylan Malpass. Just over 7 minutes remaining. England trailing by 1-0. Kuttig's goal the difference at the moment. And they can't do anything with this attack as they look for F.A. Shimwell, but it doesn't reach its target. Restart by Germany. Far side on the halfway line goes Fangman. Fangman beats one challenge, heads towards the penalty area. Back to goal, has to spin. Turnham gets back at him, and there's a collision between Turnham and his own player Daniel English. English carries the ball forward, finds his path down the right wing blocked, and away comes Narius inside the centre circle now, centre of the pitch. Narius taken off him. Now it's with Daniel English on the halfway line. Moves from the near side to the far side. Puts his foot on the ball, then scoops it into the penalty area. He's looking for F.A. Shimwell. Darted towards the sound of the ball, but couldn't get there in time. And Timo offloads it. But it goes all the way through to the byline and away for a England restart. And it's England who are rolling the dice here. Making the change. Brandon Coleman coming on. And Roy Turnham making way. Coleman plays his club football on the south coast for Brighton and Hove Albion. Here come England then. What can they fashion? Coleman picking out English on the right byline. F.A. Shimwell had gone to try and retrieve the ball, and unfortunately the two players got in each other's way slightly, and Shimwell ended up inadvertently blocking the cross. But here comes Brandon Coleman, freshly on as a sub. His white boots on. Into the centre circle he goes. Knocks the ball to this near side. It bounces off the sideboard, collected by Germany. Good turn away from trouble though goes English. Beats the challenge of one man, and then a deflected shot hits the bar and bounces to safety. Narius had a big handful of Daniel English's shirt, but English carried on, managed to stab a goal-bound effort that Sebastian Timur managed to deflect. It looped to hit the bar. As we see on the replay, there was a clear shirt tug by Narius, but English carried on, got the shot away from close range. There was Timur to deny him, and the ball agonisingly kissed the bar and ran away to safety.
Yeah, it was a great run by Dan. He definitely been held there, but persevered on, and the keeper was equal to it. It was a great save by the keeper. Pushed it up and out for a corner.
Corner to England. Played across goal. Shimwell just narrowly wide. The ball rolled to him a few metres out, and he tried to squeeze it inside the left-hand post. It was a good first touch. Got slightly stuck under his feet. Germany hurled themselves at the ball, and Shimwell did well to offload a shot under significant pressure, and it was narrowly wide. England pressing for that equaliser, but they're running out of time. Just over 5 minutes left. A timeout has been called. Looks like we're seeing Tammy Kutig coming back on, the goal scorer for Germany. Encouraging signs in Dixie, but still no equaliser.
Yeah, they're getting back into the game now. They've settled themselves down. They still, 5 minutes of blind football is a long time, so they've got plenty of time. They are starting to create a few chances now, so they just got to keep doing what they're doing basically, and switching the ball from side to side. And what they're trying to do is get down to the byline and pull it back for Dan to follow up on it or FA to follow up on it. So just keep doing that, and things will happen. And you put that ball into the centre of the box, and you might get a lucky deflection off a German boot or an English boot. So keep doing what you're doing at the moment.
Alikan Pektaj has made way for Tammy Kutig to come back on. As Germany take the restart. Leading by a goal to nil. 5 minutes left. Deep in England territory at the moment. Coleman facing his own goal. Passes it back to his keeper Malpas. Right-footed clearance. Along the far sideboard. Good first touch by Shimwell. Turns. Effie Shimwell is challenged just as he was about to burst into the penalty area. Bash concedes a corner. Four and a half minutes left. England 0, Germany 1. The men's Blind World Championships, streamed live from Birmingham, the UK's second city. England have a corner. Run in by English. He's got his back to goal. Pushed and nudged into the middle third. Tries to offer the ball to Shimwell. He's close to the near sideboard, but he's got two German players, now three German players around him. Shimwell, not much room for manoeuvre here. The referee's whistle goes. And it's a free kick that goes England's way. And another opportunity to draw level. Seemed to sandwich him slightly there. So
yes, he was well hemmed in there, wasn't he, FA? Germany front, behind, and on the side. Nowhere to go at all.
Germany making a change before this free kick's going to be taken. Jonathan Tenzing is going to come back on. Off comes Alikan Paktash. So Germany now have the same starting side that began the game. Referee Tom De Bruyne making sure the wall is retreated enough for this free kick, which is close to the near sideboard, down the England right. Brandon Coleman and Daniel English over the ball. Coleman, white boots, orange flashes on, jags inside, left-footed, tries to shoot, stubs the effort, and it's away by Germany. England still trailing by 1-0. English twists and turns down this near side, gets towards the penalty area, and there's a big old collision. 4 players go down. English is one of them, 3 German players. A little bit of afters between Daniel English and Tammy Kutig. Referee steps in just to calm matters, and it's another free kick for England. Still trailing by that 0-0, courtesy of Kutig. Brandon Coleman, England number 7 on his back. Still close to this near sideboard, a little bit deeper this free kick. 4 players in the German wall. F.A. Shimwell loitering in the penalty area, near the back post. Second referee, Lucio Morgard, is happy with the position, and he blows his whistle. Coleman shoots across goal. Shimwell tries to stab it home, and down goes Sebastian Thiel altogether. Thwarted again, England. Ball's back with them though. Good run here from Daniel English. English gets towards the penalty area. There's a little spin as the ball gets caught under his body. Germany are able to challenge, and Narius nearly got the ball clear. Might do so this time. He's up against his fellow number 5, and it's English who has the ball on the far side. Crosses right across the face of goal and out for a Germany ball. Just over 3 minutes remaining. England 0, Germany 1. Here's Owen Bainbridge. He hasn't had too much defensive work to do in this second half. England have had the better of it since going behind. Bainbridge over to the near side board. No England player too close to it at the moment, and it's picked off by Kutig. Inside the centre circle, the goal scorer loses his footing under pressure from Coleman. But it's still with Germany, and Narius inside his own third. Carries it into the centre of the pitch, and then sprays it to the far side. And the onrushing Tenzing. Tenzing, the number 2, cuts in field. Left-footed drive is saved by Dylan Malpass. To his left-hand side there, Malpass. Good height for the keeper. At the other end, English is in the penalty area with the ball. Just offered a cross into the area that was blocked by Narius, and out it goes for a corner. A shade over 2 minutes remaining. England 0, Germany 1. Dixie, what's the most likely path to goal for England, do you think, and what we've seen?
Well, from what I'm seeing here, it just looks it's going to be one of those that just bobble off someone's knee or something. Every time the England player gets in a decent position, sort of loses control, and they seem to be over anxious. I don't know, what it is, but every time I get in and around the box, they're just that anxiety amongst them, and they're not getting a decent strike on the ball. But we still got 2 minutes to go, which, as I say, in blind football's a long time.
Germany make a change. Alexander Fangman comes on. Tammy Kuttig makes way. Fangman immediately joins the 3-player wall. Looks like England are making an alteration as well. Off goes Daniel English, who's covered a lot of yards in this game. Roy Turnham returns to the fold.
That's a good move by Coach Bendel, getting Roy back on. He's looked the most likely to score, twisting and turning around the box. So good shout.
Turnham inside the centre circle, waiting for this corner to be taken. Bainbridge rolls it back to Coleman. Coleman held up right by the corner of the pitch. Manages to get across in, but it's difficult for Shimwell to do anything with that. And it's Germany who counter-attack through Fangman, who tries a shot. It's a cross goal, easily saved by Malpass. Underarm throw downfield. Looks for Coleman. Coleman shielded well there by captain Attenbash. And it's back with the goalkeeper Thiemel. Bowls the ball down the far side. Touch infield and a shot which is blocked by Malpass. It's Tenzing managed to get a foot to that. Inside the final minute and a half of this game. England running out of time to get anything from their opening group match. Possession is with Germany on the far side. Tenzing overruns it slightly but gets it back and away from Bainbridge. Away from Turnham, I should say, and it's challenged by Coleman. Into the final minute, Germany leading by a goal to nil. Coleman back to Bainbridge. Bainbridge knocks it long to the far side. Turnham's after it. He's quick and he puts the captain Attenbash under pressure, but Germany get it as far away as F.A. Shimwell. Shimwell cuts in field, but he can't unleash a shot. The ball runs loose to the near sideboard, and Germany carry it forward through Narius. Narius gets away from Bainbridge. Bainbridge comes back at him and manages to get a foot to it through the legs of Narius. Knocks it into a vacant space inside the centre circle. The ball's just loose at the moment. Seconds ticking away. England are going to lose this opening match against Germany. Germany have got the ball. They're carrying it down the far side. And there it is. England 0, Germany 1. Fantastic performance by the Germans. Very resilient, in particular in that second half, after taking the lead through Tammy Kuttig early on in that second 15 minutes. After that, they didn't offer too much of an attacking threat, but they did enough. And they were very organised defensively. England will be disappointed, as any host nation is, not to get off to a winning start. But a narrow victory for Germany, who celebrate this victory in the sunshine in Birmingham. Dixie Dean has been alongside me. What did you make of that game?
Yeah, to be honest, it was a thoroughly deserved victory by the Germans. They were more clinical than the England players. The England players huffed and puffed, but they never looked like they were going to blow the house down, to be honest. So it was a good game, but I think Germany deserved the 3 points. And both teams move on. We've got games coming up over the next 2 or 3 days, and I'm sure the England camp will regroup and move on.
And Germany exact a bit of revenge for losing to England in the Euros last year. There's the goal, the winning goal that settled it. Tammy Kuttig drilling home with his right foot between the legs of Dylan Malpass. It squirmed in. It was following a corner that Roy Turnham couldn't quite latch onto and clear. A scooped corner into the area. Clever bit of play from Germany. Kuttig applied the finishing touch. And Germany took the lead early in the second half, and they didn't let go of that lead. And they win today's match by a goal to nil. So Group B, as it stands, Germany on top with 3 points. Argentina and China still to play. Hopefully you'll tune in for that one. It kicks off in a little under 45 minutes time. So England have it all to do in Group B after losing their first match of the group stage by a 1-0. My thanks to Dixie Dean alongside me, and for you at home for tuning in. We hope to see you soon. But the full-time score here at the University of Birmingham in the Men's Blind World Championships. England 0, Germany 1.